All right, hey, welcome back to the channel. So for the last couple weeks, we've been working on retrofitting all of the starter decks in Magic Arena for use in Standard. So we've done all 5 of the monocolored decks, the mono white, blue, black, red, and green. Had some relative success with most of them. By far the best out of the 5 was the mono black one, for reasons I'm sure you already know. But today, we're going to get started on the multicolor decks, starting with the Orzhov Phyrexian build. So let's go see what we can do with it. Okay, so here's the deck. This was the Legions of Phyrexia starter deck. There have been quite a few things that we had to take out for, honestly, just general speed of the deck. There's a lot of, 5 and 6 cost cards in here that we're not going to cut it. So what we ended up doing is we brought in some normal removal. We brought in 3 copies of Cut Down, and we brought in 2 extra copies of Ossification. So the removal package is not too shabby. I decided to stick with the Ichor Drinker just because it seemed like a pretty decent, cheap 1-drop to bring in at the beginning of the game. Because the only other really good 1-drop Phyrexian is a rare. So I'm like, I kind of want to keep this as budget as we can, so let's just go with the Ichor Drinker. So that'll be the first one that we go with. So Ichor Drinker on 1, and we also have the Progenitor Exarch. This deck comes stock with 1 of these. I decided to up the count to 2, just because that ability to incubate a whole bunch of times seems pretty cool to me. So I want to try that out. Vanillish Sleeper is a pretty decent 2-drop with a kicker cost of 1 black, and when you kick it, both players have to sacrifice a creature. So this would go pretty well along the likes of, say, Ichor Drinker, and also all of the Phyrexian incubator tokens that we're going to be generating. Norn's Inquisitor is a great role player for this deck. When it comes into play, it incubates for 2, and whenever a permanent you control transforms into a Phyrexian, put a +1/+1 counter on it. So that means whenever you transform an incubator token, boom, another +1/+1 counter. 4 copies of Ossification is probably one of the best white removal spells right now in the format, so we're going to run 4 of those. I wanted 4 Phyrexian Missionaries, 1 for the lifelink portion, and 2 for the fact that we can just get back any creature with it. It's a pretty solid card. I've had a lot of success with the Phyrexian Missionary in the past. And with decks like Mono Red and Soldiers running around so rampantly right now, it's pretty good to have a little bit of life gain for stabilization. The deck came with 1 Grafted Butcher. I decided to increase the count to 3, because this is really one of the best reasons to run a Phyrexian deck. It's just a really solid lord. For 1 and a black, you get a 2/2 Phyrexian Samurai. When Grafted Butcher enters the battlefield, Phyrexians you control gain Menace until end of turn. Other Phyrexians you control get +1/+1. And then it has the ability of 3 black and sacrifice an artifact or creature, return Grafted Butcher from your graveyard to the battlefield, activate as a sorcery. So with all of the incubator tokens we're going to be generating with this, it's going to be very easy to bring Grafted Butcher back multiple times a game. And the best part about that is that when you bring it back from the graveyard, you're giving the rest of your team Menace already. So it's a pretty solid lord. This deck came with 2 copies of Phyrexian Awakening. I decided to drop the count down to 1 because I don't think we really need a whole lot of this. It does incubate for 4 though, which is very nice, and it gives your Phyrexians Vigilance. So giving Vigilance, creating an incubator token, I think it's worth keeping a 1 of in this deck. Next we have Seed Pod Caretaker. I thought this card was kind of cool, so I wanted to play around with it, see if it's still good or not. But for 3 mana, you get a 2/2 Phyrexian Cleric. And when it comes into play, you choose one of these. You either put a +1/+1 counter on target artifact or creature you control, or transform an incubator token you control. So this comes in automatically. You see an incubator token on the table, you flip it, and you can start swinging with it for only 3 mana. It's not too bad. Bloated Processor, really, really good card. This is another one of the staples of the Phyrexian deck. This deck came with 1 of these. I decided to up the count to 2 on this card. So we're looking at 2 and a black for a 3/2, and it says sacrifice another Phyrexian, put a +1/+1 counter on Bloated Processor. When Bloated Processor dies, incubate X, where X is its power. So it gives you a sacrifice outlet for other cards that might be getting targeted by removal, and it also acts as a way to make more creatures once this thing dies. It's pretty solid. It came with 1 Gix as well. I decided to up the count on Gix to 2 to increase the chances of us drawing it. But Gix is a really, really good card to have on curve, especially if you go like 1 on turn 1, Acre Drinker, into 2, like Phyrexian Missionary or Grafted Butcher. Into 3, we get the Gix, and we can get some almost guaranteed card draw off of Gix with this. So it's a pretty decent curve. The deck comes with 1 Phyrexian Arena as well. I decided to keep it as a one of. A little bit of card draw goes a long way, and Phyrexian Arena is a really good card draw. The mana base is untouched. I choose not to touch the mana bases at all when I'm doing these upgrade videos. So this is what the deck comes stock with. 9 plains, 7 swamps. 1 Caves of Koilos, that's a rare, so that's one of our rare slots taken up. There's 4 Scoured Barrens and 4 Sunlit Marsh. So it does come in with quite a few tapped lands, which is unfortunate, but honestly, for getting a free deck, I mean, you could do worse. So that's the deck right there. It's a pretty low to the ground, swarmy style deck, lots of incubator tokens. Let's go ahead and take it out there and see how it does. Okay, so we got 4 lands. Banana Sleeper, a Phyrexian Awakening, and a Phyrexian Arena. This is a pretty bad hand because it doesn't really have any action to it. Okay, that is a lot better. So we'll keep that. We'll get rid of one of the Scoured Barrens. Okay. We'll probably play the Scoured Barrens on 1 and then play the Inquisitor on 2. Okay, so we're up against mono red. It's not the best. But we do got a little bit of life gain in the deck, so maybe we can make things work. Where's your creature? Oh, I guess he doesn't have a creature, so he's playing a second Kumano. Alright, got anything else for me? I guess not. He's just a really slow player. Really slow. Alright, here we go. Alright, let's play a Plains, and we will play a Norn's Inquisitor. Alright, we have an Etching of Kumano. And if he plays a creature this turn, it'll come with a +1. There it is. It will not block. That is very silly. Ow! Didn't mean to click that. Just trying to click the things. Okay, so we decided to kill my creature. That's great. Let's see here. Let's go Plains. And we'll play the Seed Pod. And we will transform this incubator token. No attacks. We need blockers right now. Hi. How you doing, bud? No, no, no. Down you go. Okay, so he wants to come in with those. So that's going to block there, and that's going to block there. Okay, so he's going to hit really hard with the Monastery of Swift Spear. Sticky Fingers. I wonder why they waited to play Sticky Fingers. Let's see here. Yeah, let's go ahead and go with the Benelish Sleeper. Kick it. There you go. Get that guy off the table. Okay, so next turn we can kick the Phyrexian Missionary and get the Benelish Sleeper back. Alright, Felden's here. I'm sure you want to attack with it. I don't know why you're taking so long to make your choices. You are playing an extremely simple deck. Okay, that's why. You want to put Sticky Fingers on it. Yevigate Menace is actually pretty good. Ah, here we go. Okay. Let's go ahead and ossify. Oh, target that land. Just gonna eat that guy. I don't know if this guy is lagging or if he's just taking a really long time to make his choices. I mean, it could be lag. I mean, I want to give him benefit of the doubt. Okay, looks like he's running out of options over there. So let's see here. Let's play the Cave of Koilos. And then we will pay 4. Kicked. Alright, comes in. Kick effect, gets the Benelish Sleeper back. My god, this is taking forever. There we go. Alright. Let's activate this. Alright. Attack with that. I want to keep 2 creatures open just in case. Well, he doesn't seem to be... he does not seem to be intentionally wasting time, because he went through that turn relatively quickly. Take 5, I gain 2, and the turn. Okay, it's got a land. He's not doing anything with it, though. Being very puzzling, friend. Okay. Okay. Is that really all you could have done? I don't know how I feel about that. Okay, so this has 2 lands, and you can play most of the hand. Let's try it. Okay, yeah, this guy's going a lot faster. Let's go Sunlit Marsh. Alright. Landy, landy, land. Let's go and play the Ichor Drinker. Alright, play Simulacrum. Alright, let's go here. And let's play Grafted Butcher. It's Menace. We'll attack for 2 with Menace. End turn. Boom, 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 boom. I really like the music on this board. It's a lot. It's very, very nice. Karn Silex, huh? Okay. My turn. All right. Let's see here. Let's go with an Ossification. Target that basic land. Get him out of here. And we attack for 4. Bink, bink. End turn. Phyrexian Dragon Engine, huh? Okay. Resolve that. Pass. Cut down. Just gonna play that. Play a Gix. Attack for 4. Pay 2 life. Get more cards. Alright, not bad. Guy has a Phyrexian arena built right in. Oh no, they're gone. Ooh, that got rid of the ossification too. That's pretty good. Let's see here. Let's kick it. Get back Gix. And we will activate this to get a token. Search your library for a basic sphere, locus, or locus land card. Interesting. I've never seen anyone actually playing with that card. So, I want to build up a force if I can, and then Grafted Butcher on the next turn, because I can just sacrifice an artifact token to get the Grafted Butcher back, and then give the entire team Menace. That's the plan, at least. If I draw another land, perfect. Okay. Let's go ahead and play Gix first. Then we Grafted Butcher, sacrificing that right there. All right, comes in, makes the team bigger, and we get swinging. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're definitely gonna kill the Flesh Gorger. I'm gonna draw a bunch of cards. 1, 2, and 3. Not bad. That was not bad at all. I like the way that worked out. See what they do next, though. What's the payoff for this? Becomes a 9/9 Phyrexian construct. Oh, big baby. Alright, they got a big baby. We gotta watch out. Let me see here. Let's go and play a land. Play this. Activate, transform this. And then next, let's attack with this. Just so it'll kill whatever it attacks into. I just have removal in the graveyard now. Yeah, we just really need to kill that. Okay. Let's play Phyrexian Arena. End turn. Urza. Oh, so is this a meld deck, but you're like melding with like both brothers? Or is this not even in here for the meld? What a curious deck. Surge Engine. It's like all artifacts too, that's kind of crazy. I mean, I like what this deck is doing. It's kind of weird. Alright, draw and draw. Alright, cool. Let's go ahead and do this. Let's go ahead and activate that. Alright, we got big boys. I think we're just going to attack now. Next. I'll attack. Blocks that. Blocks that. And blocks that. Okay, looks good to me. Let's see, what's this ability? Discard X cards, exile the top X cards of your opponent's library. You may play lands and cast spells from among the cards exiled this way without paying their mana costs. No, I like my cards more. Yes, I will take action. Draw, draw, and draw. Okay, so we got all that. What we're going to do now is we're going to Benelish Sleeper this in with Kicker, autopay. And we're going to sacrifice the Grafted Butcher. Gets rid of that. And now we're going to... Do we have 4? Yeah, I have 4. Phyrexian Missionary with Kicker to get my Grafted Butcher back. Ooh, I like it. I like it a lot. But now's the time when he just like drops a Sunfall or something on me. Or a Portal to Phyrexia. That'll work too. Okay, I get it. He's right, it would not have been enough. Alright, we got 3 lands, and Norns, Inquisitor, Phyrexian Missionary, Phyrexian Awakening, and a Seed Pod. Let's keep it. Let's see how it goes. Let's play that. Gallagreators. Okay. Let's go here. We're going to do Norns Inquisitor first up. Oh wow, Nahiri. Haven't seen that in a while. Discard a card, draw a card. I do like her ability to goad a creature into attacking. I like that a lot. Let's see here. Let's go here. Let's go Seed Pod. We'll do +1/+1 counter here. Attack. Okay, takes it. Don't flay me alive. I need my limbs. Fateful Absence on the Seed Pod. Interesting choice. Samples. What are you going for? Is this some kind of... Okay, I see a Ginny Fae, so that tells me it's some kind of... Some kind of... God, I can't talk right now. It's some kind of attacky boy deck. Or tokens deck. This goes here. This goes here. Go get him. Seems pretty possible. Alright, Ginny Fae. Okay, so next turn we'll have enough mana to drop the Phyrexian Awakening and also activate a token. Oh, yeah, no blocks. That's just silly. Okay, let's see here. Let's go Swamp. We'll do Phyrexian Awakening. And then we will activate. And then we will attack with that. Okay, I take it. I like Vigilance as a keyword. It's super strong. Rocco Street Chef. So it's a Street Chef deck, huh? At the beginning of your end step, each player exiles the top card of the library until the next end step. Each player may play the card they exiled this way. Whenever a player plays a land from exile or casts a spell from exile, you put a +1/+1 counter on target creature and create a food. Wow, that's pretty strong. Is it just from exile? Yeah, it's just from exile. Okay. So, let's see here. What do we want to do? Gosh. Difficult choices. Alright. Let's attack with these. Not the Gonjo. Alright. Goes to 1 health. Gonna block there. Rocco Street Chef in conjunction with Ginny Fae is pretty good. Let's see here. Give me another Norn's Inquisitor. And that's it. Because I want to activate that that token at end of turn. Oh no, it's Jetmir. I need something to deal with him immediately. Rocco Street Chef is actually pretty good. Because it gives +1 counters and creates tokens. That's kind of busted. I like that a lot. Kind of really busted. I'm just playing the Ren's Resolve from exile as well. Okay, I see how this is working. That's stupid and I love it. That's a smart deck. That is dumb as hell. You win, dude. Good game. Yeah. There's no way in hell I'm overcoming that, not without removal, and lots of it. Right, let's see here. So we got 3 lands, both of our colors. Yeah, this looks keepable. Got a little bit of action in there. I like that card sleeve. Okay, so we have white-green on the horizon. Let's start with an Inquisitor. White-blue. Outland Liberator, huh? Okay. Let's go another land. And let's go Seed Pod. Seed Pod's going to come in and activate that token right here. It's going to come in with a +1/+1 counter. And we're going to attack for 3. Bam! That's a really nice Outland Liberator. Look at that. Great art. Topiary Stop. Oh, this guy is blinged out. Look at this guy. Alrighty. Let's go with an Ossification. We'll target that land. Get that off the table. And attack. So far we're just looking at Bant. It's white, green, and blue. Invasion of Zendikar. Okay, so we'll get some land. And he did not play one from hand, which is good for me. Because now we can attach there. Get that off the table before he starts attacking with it. Alright, goes to 5. Vorin Snacks! So gonna get some land. 2 sparse headquarters. Good pulse. Ooh. That is precisely what I needed. Grafted Butcher gives everyone menace. And then we just come in and beat your buns. Yep. Ta-ta. So just like one turn too slow. Okay, so final thoughts on the Legions of Phyrexia deck. I think that if you want to make this deck a playable deck, you're gonna need to spend a few more rares and wild cards. Specifically, the turn 1 drop of Ichor Drinker is just, well, it's just not strong enough. You're going to want the Phyrexian Sleeper, the one that that kind of like levels up with more mana input. The Sleeper Agent, I think it's called. Progenitor Exarch. Not once did I play this card and feel good about it. This card is a little bit too slow in a deck that doesn't ramp at all. So this card is probably going to be coming out. The cut downs, always good, always welcome. It's good removal. Same thing with the Ossification. Norn's Inquisitor is such a role player in this deck that you kind of need this to be a 4 of. It is actually really good in this build. Benelish Sleeper, not always the best. A few times it did turn out to be like a very clutch play, but not often enough that I would want to keep this in the deck. So maybe as a 2 of, it could be decent. Phyrexian Missionary, always a good card. I love being able to bring things back with the Phyrexian Missionary. Having it be a 2/3 or a 3/4 with the Grafted Butcher out with lifelink is really strong. I do like the Phyrexian Missionary a lot. Grafted Butcher, another like key role player for the deck. So many games with this deck are won off the back of this card alone, and not necessarily because it gives all your dudes +1/+1, because it gives them menace. That menace keyword against a board that only has like 1 or 2 enemies on it, it's backbreaking. Like in the last game that we played, the opponent was just like 1 turn too slow. They got their Vorinclex on the table, but then I just drew Grafted Butcher and ended the game because I had more creatures than he did. So, Menace, underrated keyword, really good. Speaking of underrated keywords, Vigilance is a lot of fun. I like Vigilance a whole lot. But this card, it's not good. It's just not good. There are better ways to get your incubation going. I would probably ditch this for maybe a 3rd copy of Bloated Processor. It's just a better card. Seed Pod Caretaker, it's a draft card, really. I mean, honestly, I should have taken this out when I was building the deck, but because I wanted to keep the incubator token theme alive with this deck, and so I wanted to keep the seed pod in, and it's just not that great. I mean, for 3 mana, you could be doing so much more. So I would probably ditch the seed pod caretaker. See, Gix, really strong in every situation. Gix is great. I love Gix. Keep him in here. Phyrexian Arena, honestly, probably drop the seed pod caretakers for another Phyrexian Arena and a fourth Grafted Butcher. That's probably what I would do. Phyrexian Arena is really good. Mana base, I would probably cut a couple planes in favor of Igonjo. Maybe get a Takanuma in here for one of the swamps. Gets invest in some Caves of Koilos or Sacred Ground or Sacred Temple. Just more lands that will come into play untapped will save you a lot of headache. So, but as it is for just a beginner's deck, upgraded slightly, it did decent. I won some games that I was surprised I was going to win, especially when trying really hard to adhere to the theme of this deck and not deviate too much. Other things I would probably change in this deck is I would probably find room for Sheoldred, because she is a Phyrexian as well. If you want to go heavier on the incubator token strategy, maybe go a little bit heavier into white and bring in Elish Norn and Mondrak. Those are both very solid Phyrexians that fit the token generation theme. So I would probably go that route. If I were to build this from scratch, I would probably go tokens, Mondrak, Elish, more token generators, probably a little bit lighter on the black. Maybe just the black for like some of the more solid removal and card draw. But yeah, that's probably how I would build it if I were building it from scratch. But yeah, it's an okay deck. I'm not going to say it's great, but for a beginner's upgrade, not too bad. Not too bad. I did enjoy the games that I played with it. So there's that. So as always, I will put the deck list in the description down below so you can play it if you want to. But until next time, take care of yourselves.